And then wanted to talk to you about liquidations, or AKA getting wrecked, which I think some of us unfortunately got a little too, we got a little too close to the sun and got burnt over the course of the past week. So this is sort of liquidations across the board. This is liquidations happening in the world of Bitcoin specifically as the price plummeted, and those who are long the Bitcoin. So these are like options where longs were called on Bitcoin, and of course when that happens, and the price dropped, your positions got liquidated. But clearly, we've had a few of these happen in the last few weeks. Last week especially was particularly bad. But in the scope of loans, crypto loans specifically, I just want to walk you through what can happen here and just kind of walk you through brass tacks situations when you could get unfortunately liquidated. Because again, we wouldn't do it you justice by telling you that you can take out a loan, but again, you have so much power in this world that we got to tell you what could go wrong here. Glenn, maybe you should be talking through this. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but stuff happens. Glenn and I both got liquidated last week when things went south. But let's say that I come in and I deposit some ETH like many of you did during the course's demo. And in return for 1.5 ETH, I got 1,500 DAI. All right. By the way, for the sake of this demo, ETH is trading at $1,000, right? So let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but just purely for the sake of this demo, so the numbers just kind of look easier. Now I've taken out a loan for 1,500 DAI, and let's say the price of ETH drops from $1,000 to, let's say in the next day drops to $800. Now the 1.5 ETH that I deposited is no longer worth $1,500. Is now worth $1,200, which kind of puts me in the red with this lender. I'm in their sort of uncomfortable zone. And what happens in many lending solutions is there are these entities, they're either bots or they're actual human beings who are observing what's happening on the blockchain and seeing when there's an opportunity for a loan to get liquidated. In this particular case, I'm ready to get liquidated. I've borrowed more than I'm supposed to borrow. And there are these vultures who are literally sitting around waiting for when liquidations happen. And what they go in, mostly they're bots, they will basically go in and say, hey, lender, you're owed 1,000 DAI. I actually have 1,000 DAI with me. Why don't I give you the 1,000 DAI? And in return for that, you give me you pay me a 5% fee and give me the ETH that was deposited to you. So give me the ETH plus a 5% fee, and then return the rest back to the original lender, the original borrower. I'm sorry. So if you remember, originally the borrower had started with $1,500 worth of ETH, and now they're coming back with only $1,050 because the price of Ethereum dropped. This is how liquidations happen. Again, these liquidators simply, this is a fantastic way to work in a decentralized environment where everyone gets to participate, and liquidators have the opportunity to make some extra income. Mostly they're bots, but they sit around looking at situations where price fluctuations are happening, because of which they can get in and take advantage of the situation and make some money real quick.